Yo guys, what is up? My name is StoneKoldSlayer, and I'm back here with another Map Monday. Today guys, I've got a story I'm sure a lot of you guys have been wondering, or have at least thought about. This week I'm going to be telling you guys how I got into RCs, and how it all started. So, here we go. So, alright guys, I've been doing RCs as long as I can remember. When I was a really little kid, like probably 4 or 5, I was probably like the first time I remember doing anything with RCs. So like when I was 4, I'd say around there anyway, I'd always be outside with my dad, like, and he just had like these little cars is how I thought of them then, that they just drove around on their own or something. I'm sure that's what I thought at the time anyway. It was kind of funny, but I've basically been doing them from that time like to now, and I'm like, I might as well just call it 18 now because it's less than 2 months away. So woo. Which I've been talking about for like every video. Kind of excited. Anyway, RCs. So that was like when I started doing it. I kind of started actually driving them when I was probably 6, maybe 7, probably at the latest, honestly, because my dad bought them for me like when I was super young, and he bought like me the little tiny ones, not like the expensive big ones I have now, or the nice. I had like, I don't think I've ever had one of the Walmart ones. Like, I'm sure that's what, if any of you guys have, that's probably what you have. Unless you guys have started doing it because of me, which would be kind of cool, honestly. Actually, if any of you guys do RCs, leave me a comment down below or send me a picture on Twitter or something. I think that'd be really cool. But as far as I know, none of my friends do it. I'm trying to get Tanner and Ryan to do it. I think that'd be really cool. But basically, when I was like 6, I had like these little mini crawlers. No, I'll leave some pictures up of stuff I have on the screen for you guys to enjoy. I'll put it alongside my gameplay. So, yeah, I had like these little crawlers and stuff, or like these little cars. They're probably like, I'd say 6 inches long or something, about like 3 inches wide, and a controller or something. I had like these mini tanks. They were really cool. I've always wanted like a full-size RC tank, but those are like $1,000 or something. But they're really cool, and I've like wanted one for as long as I can remember. I'm kind of surprised I haven't already bought one, but I'm sure it's due to the price, because that's why I'd never had one before. Because my dad found one time when he was doing this job, because when he used to work as like a restoration place. He did fire and water damage. Like, well, he didn't do the damage, but he fixed the damage for those houses, and he'd bring stuff home all the time. He brought me home a skateboard one time, and he brought me home a like one of those old-fashioned, like, not a Game Boy, but it was like something like that. I don't know how to describe it or what it was, but it was just like a little thing you played games on. It was cool. I thought it was cool when I was a kid anyway. I mean, now it'd be kind of lame, but or it'd be kind of cool because it's so old. But anyway, he brought stuff home from there. One day he brought home a tank, or he brought home parts of it, but apparently the guy he was working with didn't throw it in the truck, in my dad's truck. He accidentally threw it in the trash or something when he meant to, and it was gone. So I was really sad about that, because we only had like half the parts are probably still sitting in my garage for it, but it's nothing you can really do anything with, and it's not going to help if I buy one, unless I buy the exact same one, which I'd probably get like something new, so it doesn't really matter anyway. It's kind of sad, but I've always wanted like an RC tank. So that was basically like what I had then, and since then I've like gotten a lot more stuff. Well, after that, I'd say I had like these, they call it a pre-runner. It's like this little small truck. It's like probably double the size, probably triple the size when I started with, but now what I have is like 5 times as big, or I have huge trucks now basically. No, but these ones were like in between. They were pretty fast and they were fun. I mean, I used to think they were fast when I was like, I'd say, what, 10 by now, probably? Yeah. So when I was like 10, these are like pretty fast and cool. We'd launch them over these ramps, and the ramps were really fun, and they were cool, and we had other stuff that we launched them off of too. It was cool. But then there was this one time where people came and stole the ramps or something. I'm assuming they were stolen because one day we woke up and they were just gone or something. Because there's not a lot of crime in our neighborhood, but all the crimes apparently happened to us. Like, none of our neighbors have ever had like reports of getting stuff robbed or stolen or anything. And then we've had the ramps stolen. Some people tried to steal my bike one time. And then the point I was getting to here is someone broke into our shed one time and stole like $10,000 worth of RC stuff. I mean, we got like $8,000 given back to us from our insurance, but we still lost stuff, and some of that stuff was priceless. I mean, stuff they don't sell anymore, stuff my dad handmade, or stuff that I just had forever. It was just gone. It was like sad, and it was sucky because somehow, all right, in the shed basically, I don't have a picture of a shed or anything, and it's kind of cold to go out there. And this video is supposed to go up tomorrow, so maybe someday I'll go outside and show you guys it. Do like a vlog in my entire house or something. I think it'd be cool, because I'm sure you guys have mostly just seen my room, but basically there's like 4 or 5 like rows of shelves out there on like this one wall. There's probably like 4 shelves just going up, so like the ceiling of the building, and then there's a counter on the right with a bunch of RCs on it, and then there's like me and my dad's workspace, which is basically just like 2 big tables sitting next to each other with like a vise and lights and parts in the middle, and then we work on like the mats, and then there's like bodies up like, alright, I'd say on the left of the shelves there's a bunch more RCs, and there's bodies, and there's more parts, and on the floor there's more RCs. We've probably got at least 50 or 60 RCs in that shed, and some of them are pretty big too, so it can be a little cramped in there, but there's like an open space in the middle, and then we got our desk to work at, so it's basically how it is on the inside. But somehow there's a window between the 2 rows of shelves, and both those shelves are full of RCs, so somehow they managed to squeeze him under the RCs between the shelves, and there's probably only, I'd say, 1.5 feet of space between the shelf, because the shelves are like literally directly in the middle of the window, so they managed to fit over or under one of the shelves, climb in, unlock the door, and they must have had to have been like 6 to have fit through that gap at least, or a very, very small man, or woman, I mean, I have no idea, but somehow they managed to get in, unlock the door, and then they must have had like a pickup truck or something, and then they just grabbed like probably like 10 or 15 trucks, and they just got away. Or probably more than that, honestly, but there was a lot stolen, and then there was some stuff that was priceless, like I said, but that was then. But since then, we've gotten a bunch of stuff back. We got some new stuff. Like, you guys have seen what I've been working on now. You guys have seen my Project Apocalypse truck, which I've started working on, and that will be concluded on this Friday, guys, since you guys don't seem to enjoy the series much anymore, as I noticed the last one hasn't even got 1 view, so I think I'm going to conclude that, but it doesn't mean I'm done doing RC stuff, and if you guys so request it, then I might bring it back, maybe not with that truck, but if you guys want to see more of what I do to them, I can explain, show you guys what I do, how I do it, how it works, as I've been explaining in this video. So yeah, that's like what I'm doing now. I work on the Project Apocalypse truck. I'll leave pictures of my other current trucks in this video as well. You guys will have seen them. I'll probably leave a title like what they are and if it's new or old or what's up. I've got a bunch of pictures, and I guess I'm gonna have to take some more for this video. And I don't even know what I'm gonna do next, guys. One of my trucks I want to turn. It's a Cherokee now. I want to turn it into like a Jeep, like my real Jeep. I don't think you guys have ever seen what I drive, but I drive a 1997 Jeep Wrangler. It's like all black. It's got like all-terrain tires, and I want to get some black wheels for it and an off-road bumper. But honestly, that's all I got for this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I will see you next week. StoneKoldSlayer, out.
Please, no.
Oh god! No!